headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I won't. I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, 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 no. Cause I love you, baby. No, 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 no. Can't let you go. Cause I love you, yeah. There was a time I didn't have romance, but after I met you, I felt it was my chance. But nobody tells me good things about you, baby. I'm gonna stay right here, and I don't mean maybe. Yeah. I can't let you go. I can't let you go. Yeah. I can't let you go. Yeah. I can't let, I can't let, I can't let, yeah. I can't let, yeah. You can't tell me to let go, baby. 'Cause I love you, yeah. 'Cause I love you, yeah. I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, 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 no. Yeah. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care. 'Cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And though deep down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I won't. I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and down, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, no, no. Cause I love you, baby. No, 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 no. Can't let you go. Cause I love you, yeah. There was a time I didn't have romance, but after I met you, I felt it was my chance. But nobody tells me good things about you, baby. I'm gonna stay right here, and I don't mean maybe. Yeah. I can't let you go. I can't let you go. Yeah. I can't let you go. Yeah. I can't let.
Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Do me one quick favor here. I'm running something new as far as like my microphone and some of the tech behind it. Can you guys hear my voice perfectly fine? Do you guys hear a faint fan in the background? Let me know if the audio doesn't sound good right now before I start going deeper into this talk. Just so I know what's going on here. But a lot of big news to talk about today. The market's in a bad spot all over again. I know we kind of had this talk last week. But we're going to have it again as far as some of the bad stuff that can happen, some of the good stuff that can happen. And we're going to be looking more, what could be happening over the next, let's say, month and a half here, guys. I think it's very important that you guys have all of your options open. I think there's going to be one big bullish sign that could happen. Now, I personally don't think it's going to happen. I think it might even be a fake out, but we'll talk about that as well. And you can see Loki trying to, I'm standing up today. Loki's trying to get on my back here and say hello to all of you guys. Maybe what I can do a little bit later is hook up my my webcam here because you guys can see, or here. While I'm waiting for you guys to hear the audio. Okay, sweet. Audio is good. Funny thing here, as I'm crouching down so you guys can see Loki, I have an air conditioner right now blasting into my back very loudly, but the microphone allows it, so you guys just hear my voice and not me. Loki, come here. So there's Loki. Look into the camera, Loki. Be majestic. No? No. He's looking for treats and he can't find any. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Time to raise the desk back up. The best investment I ever made, probably for my health besides just eating green vegetables and going to Whole Foods and all that crap, has been this standing desk. I absolutely love the fact that I get to work standing up and work sitting down without all the pain of, doing all the other stuff. Okay. So, all right, everybody, let's just hop right into it. Thanks for watching the stream. Hey, everybody. Hey, Joseph, Puma, Generic Josh, Far From Broke, Wonderspake, Rip Sergeant. Let me go over here very fast. And let's go over here. And then what else right here? Hey, Can. Audio is fine, nice camera quality, sweet. Sound, no volume. There you go. Sound, no volume. Okay, you guys can hear me there. It sounds good. All right, let me see right here. And hey, Nico. Okay. So, and one more of the Medi. I can't pronounce the name, but say, you know I'm talking about you. All right. So before we start getting into some of these more macro level things of what's going to be happening, well, it's not even macro, like midterm, month and a half, 2 months, what we're going to be looking at here. Let's kind of go over a little bit of a recap of what we talked about on Friday. Now, Friday was kind of tricky. I told you guys if you wanted to buy in, my big buy signal would be breaking above the 200 moving average on the 15-minute chart. It ended up working out okay here. It looked like it was a little bit more of a bumpy ride than I think a lot of people wanted to take. So just, be aware of that. We're kind of in a tricky spot right now where we're going to be looking at more volatility than normal. You could even see we tried to have a double bottom right here just a few minutes ago, and it didn't really pan out that way. But just so you guys know, if you guys made any of these trades, you guys had two opportunities for Fibonacci extensions. Your first one from low to high to low, right? And that one took you right up here. Not too bad. Ended up being around 21,737 as one of those scale out levels. I don't know if you guys sold off all of it or whatever, but there was a nice little profit taking point right there if you guys use Fibonacci extensions. The other one here was off of this bottom, top, bottom before the breakout. So if you guys took the breakout, you guys might have been doing this one. If you guys were buying closer to just to buy at the major support level, you guys might have been doing the first one here. That one brought you up a little bit closer to where the real resistance level was, but that spike, kind of had a little more of the flavor of the first one here. But that resistance level was up here around 21,652. A couple of you guys showed me some screenshots of your charts on this one, and I was very happy that you guys took profits right here. Nobody I knew actually took 100% of their profits there, but you guys scaled out, and you guys might have been expecting more, and some of you guys actually did scale out a little bit here, and you guys actually, some of you guys sold out the rest of your positions right around here. So I was really happy to see some of you guys doing some really fantastic trades. Now the Discord is not really not popular, but crowded, I guess, because it's slow times in the market. But if you guys ever want to pitch me a strategy, I'm always open to hear what you guys have to say. Okay, now moving back over here to where we are now, you can see we're still barely surviving above support, guys. This is going to be hard. The market is not looking good. We'll take a look at the Nasdaq here in the next few minutes too. We're kind of in a little bit of a free fall. What I wanted to do for you guys, but I totally forgot because I was playing with Loki outside all day. Let me see. I opened up some options the other day. Now, the members, you guys know the options because I told you guys about them today and Friday here. But what I'm going to do very fast is just email them to myself. It should be fairly fast. And kind of show you some of the profits I've been making on the other side of the world, and not in crypto, but in options. Whatever Gucci from my my subject line here. Let's make it actual size. Okay. So you guys can see what's going on. So you guys know I have two accounts on TD Ameritrade. One's a paper trading account, which I share with you guys all the types of trades I'm doing. And I have more of a personal account to kind of keep my finances all in order here. So we're going to be looking at that here in a few seconds, but probably when we're talking about the Nasdaq. But let's go over here to Bitcoin's chart right now. So there's two important things you guys have to realize. I just told Ken a few minutes ago, if I was to kind of sum everything down to what's kind of worrying me right now besides the economy, besides the fundamentals out there in the market, which are not good if you ask me, it's going to be some of these technicals known as death crosses. Now, a death cross, as you guys know, is when a lower moving average or any moving average crosses below another moving average. So if the 20 is crossing down below the 50 here, that's a death cross. I was extremely bearish when this happened because as a YouTuber, I kind of say the same things a lot just to kind of hammer it into your head. You guys will remember back in March and February, I told you guys over and over and over again, watch out for this death cross right here, because historically, every time it happens, we have, just some really bad times in the market here. Some really, really bad times in the market. Did it happen? Yeah, there we go. Way over here, really bad times in the market. So now we're looking at a different type of death cross here, okay? Now we're looking at a death cross where the 20-week moving average, this is simple moving averages, where the 20-week simple moving average over the next month here, let's just say month, maybe a month and a half, we'll have to figure it out, maybe even 2 months, this is where you're going to start to see a death cross happen here. And between the 20-week moving average and the 200, guys, this has never happened before. So let me kind of zoom out here a little bit more so you guys can see. It's come close, not close there. It's come close across here, but it's never happened before in the history of Bitcoin. So we truly don't know what this means. I mean, obviously, I think it's a very bearish and ominous sign, but we don't know how much of an impact it's going to have on the price, okay? Now, if you guys would remember back over here, we had a massive fake out where we popped above it temporarily just to get crashed back down and have just one of the worst periods in Bitcoin's history here. It was just atrocious. So, but I will still say this: if you guys listen to a lot of the other YouTubers out there, they tend to think of us being more in a bull market when we're above that level, above that 20-week moving average. I kind of agree for the most part with them, but I just have to always remind you there are exceptions to that. Like right here, it didn't make any sense for us to actually get back above that. So you guys might have known I was completely in shock when that happened, because I was like, No. I've been telling you guys I'm bearish for like the past few months. Like I was like, hey, I think something bad's happening because historically really bad stuff happens. But this like threw my whole world into kind of chaos. And if you guys were here during the time, you might have just been like, yeah, I see that we're breaking out, but it just doesn't feel right, right? And so I kind of got all flustered and discombobulated when that actually happened there. But just so you know, that's happening sometime over the next few weeks to probably a month and a half, 2 months. Here's where the weird part comes in. If we go over here to exponential moving averages, exponential weekly moving averages right now, we're due for a death cross either probably next week, I would say, probably next week, maybe 2 weeks. But I would say that the rate we're moving down, if I could show you guys this right here, last week was right here. This week was right here. We moved down quite a bit, right? Oh, no, excuse me. That's 2 weeks ago. So halfway point was right here. My bad, guys. That's still a pretty sizable move. I could see us actually breaking down from here, guys. Not breaking down, excuse me, but having a death cross. And again, let me take these little notches out. They'll annoy me later on. We've never had this happen. Even back over here, like, COVID was so fast, the moving averages on the weekly charts didn't have time to catch up. But even all the way back over here in 2019, we came close, very, very close, but it never actually happened. So, even going back in time a little bit longer, 2015, 2014, never happened. So this is going to be, this weekend, most likely, let's just say next week, because we don't know exactly what time frame of next week. But let's next week, be prepared for some potential, sizable drops, probably maybe back down to the $19,000 range, maybe even $18,500. You're going to start seeing some more resistance here, which is going to cause a little bit more chaos. We're hoping that we don't have another death cross here if the 50-week moving average exponential does drop down below the 200 here. But, again, that's never really come that close. Right now with this trajectory, we're still coming down pretty hard here. And so, an easy way to determine, hey, is this moving average going to pick up speed, or is it going to, more start to plateau, or I guess since we're going down here, more plateau like that? What I normally do is you can see the 20 moving average, the 20-day. All it's using is the last 20 weeks of information here, putting more weight on the most recent candles, and the most recent candles, as you guys can see, are pretty low compared to the ones from 20 weeks ago. So what I would do right now is just say, hey, 17 bars, 18 bars, 19 bars, 20 bars. Okay, so look at that. This is the start of the drop here. So next week, we're going to be replacing a candle bar with the price of $45,000, and we're going to be replacing that $45,000 candle bar with a candle bar that's all the way down here in the low 20s. Now that, to me, that just means that this is going to start screaming back down. As far as the 50 here, let me kind of zoom out just a little bit for you guys. The 50, you guys can see right here, 41 bars, 50 bars is all the way over here. We're going to be replacing a candle bar that was around $50,000 and replace that with one, again, that's around 20. So you should start to see a little bit of an acceleration of some of these moving averages here, even more than what you're seeing, probably more for the 50, I would say. But the 20 is already screaming down here pretty hard, guys. So, just watch out for the next few weeks, because we are going to, guys, we're really going to have to pay attention to these 20-week moving averages, whether you guys are using the exponential, the simple, or both. It's going to be interesting. If you guys cared about some of the other moving averages here before we start talking about the Nasdaq and stuff, we don't need all that other stuff. That was first a video I was doing. Here's the DEMA's double exponential moving averages. This has even more weight to the most recent candles, more weight than even the exponential moving averages. Let's go to the weekly chart here, actually. All right, so it's kind of glitched out for some reason, probably some mathematical reason, because you guys can't see the 200 right here. That's the 200. Don't worry about it. It's kind of weird how DEMAs work. But you guys can see right now, we might be looking to break down below this moving average right here. Normally, we've been actually pretty well below this entire bear market, like with only that one exception of that really big fake out that even faked me out. We've been pretty well below this. So I'm wondering what's going to happen if we start breaking back down. We might have a little bit of a dump like this. We may have something of a small dump like this that kind of grew into a larger dump. We don't really know yet, but we're getting close to these levels of support and these kind of more bearish indicators starting to pop off like one after the other. We had a lot of good bullish momentum. Now we're not to the bearish momentum yet, we're like tipping over to the point where it's like, hey, if we don't correct ourselves and at least go sideways or up pretty, over the next few days, we are going to start a pretty bad downward move. And to me, bad means about 18,000, 18,500. If the market really does want to have a serious crash here over the next couple months, then of course we could break down below 17,000 and such. But I think over the next couple weeks or so, I'm hopeful that the market will not just like tumble out of nowhere, unless maybe it can. I'm just hoping that. You know, we may find some support around $18,000 or so. Okay. Now, let me actually open up the chart for here for the Nasdaq, and let me also go over here to my email. There we go. There we go. And let me just actually download this maybe. Or you guys can see this pretty fine, yeah. All right, so let me go over here very fast now that the members have already had a couple days to buy everything up. First, let's just actually talk about the market in general here. Kind of a sharp recap. You guys can see the S&P 500 rejected off of the 200 daily moving average. We had talked about this quite a bit. And today we broke down below the 20-day moving average, which was kind of surprising to me. I thought we might have like maybe 1 day of support, 2 day of support. No, we pretty much just kind of tanked through that, which was surprising. If you guys would remember, I think it was Bideford. She brought up the fact that there was more SPY calls bought last week than ever before. So that means a lot of people are betting on the market coming back down quite a bit over the next few days, weeks. We'll see how bad things get. But you know, if you're going off of basic trend lines here, guys, we have a while before we start hitting some larger supports. Maybe we have, I guess we have something over here, the 50 on the weekly. We have the 20-week moving chart. Maybe that'll help us out a little bit. Oh, and you can also see we got rejected off of the 50 here. I didn't put as much stock on it just because you can see all the wildness of the 50 over here was all over the place. But just so you guys know, we're looking pretty bearish here. If you guys want to see any type of support, though, before we hit the 50, it's going to be somewhere around 406, 407. If you guys wanted to play a short-term reversal, that's where I'd be placing my bets around the next few days, okay? This is a daily chart, so yeah, 2-3 days. If we're lucky, if it bounces, that's the opportunity. 1 to 3 day play, I'd probably say 1 to 2 day play if you guys want to do that. Going over here to the Nasdaq, I don't know why the S&P has 2 here, but that's fine. Let's go over here to Nasdaq. All right. Now, as far as the Nasdaq is concerned, there we go. Well, this one didn't even reach some of the resistance levels of some of the other stocks we were talking about, like or just the indexes out there. But it's still coming down pretty hard, pretty fast. You can see we're going to have a support just like before of the 20-week moving average. You can see we hadn't broken out above this for a while here, even over here. It's going to be painful if we do manage to break back down. I'm not looking to buy into the Nasdaq anytime soon until we actually run into this level of support. That level of support is, let me just go here, is about, 4 or 5%, let's say 4.5% lower than what it is now. I'm not looking to buy into anything right now, anything in the short term. In fact, some of the puts that I have are much, for a month and a half out here. And the Dow, I mean, we don't really talk about the Dow too much. I don't really find too much use in it. But let me go over here to the watch list. And let's just go over here to, there you go, Dow Jones Industrial. All right, I'll go to the weekly chart first. We got rejected off of the 50-week moving average, kind of going along with the SPY here. Now, my sellout zone for a lot of my stocks is right here. We managed to break out above that. I was surprised. I made a mistake here. But I was able to kind of buy down here and take my profits. I'm still happy that I was able to do that. On the daily chart here, this is going to be up to your eyeball test, everybody. I'm going to say we broke down below the 20-day moving average here today, just because if you go over here, 33,084, we're currently at 33,063, so like $20 below it by the daily close here. So I'm saying we broke down below this, so I think tomorrow will probably be another bad day as far as the market's concerned. Unfortunately here. I just wish I had better news for you guys. Now, there are a few things I want to talk to you guys about before we start going over questions and going on, some other crypto coins. Oil has starting to plateau. It looks like it may actually break above the 20 here pretty soon, even though we're looking at a death cross coming up fairly soon with the 50 and the 200, which normally, 50 over the 200. Last death cross, boom. Last death cross, boom. Death cross before that, pretty, not huge move, but, good move. Death cross before that was way over here in 2014. Pretty big moves, right? So historically, that does mean some really bad stuff. But I just think the way that whole economy in the world is kind of messed up right now. I'm not entirely sure how accurate that's going to be. Normally, you can see right here, when the 20 crosses below the 200, it doesn't really mean much. You know, it's not the end of the world here. But I'm not saying that oil may go skyrocketing back up, but it means we might be hitting some type of a low point right here, and we may have to consolidate a little bit more. We may continue going down, but the economy is going to have to slow down faster than expected, I would believe. And I think everybody's kind of thinking the economy is going to have a more of a harder stop or larger slowdown closer to 2023. And not so much in Q3 or Q4 of this year. At least that's what all the pundits have been saying on CNBC. And usually they've been pretty accurate as far as when they expect this recession to hit. Like as far as like the recessionary pains. We're in a recession, but you know those pains that we all associate with an actual recession. Okay. Now, one other thing here, which is just keep in the back of your mind, everybody. This is going to be something that could lead to a really big boom in 2023, and I'm just going to explain my my thought process here. You guys can completely disagree, completely agree. I'm curious to actually hear what you guys have to say, and I'll read it down the road here. So this is the price of natural gas. Unlike oil, which kind of came down and it's, you know, around here, this kind of just had a full-on V-shaped recovery, almost kind of setting up a head and shoulders or inverse head and shoulders play here. But you guys can see this thing has been on a tear, and over the probably best to start off from the beginning. Yeah, right here. Okay, you see we're at lower prices over here. This is mostly from the Russia-Ukraine war. From what I understand, Europe needs natural gas quite a bit. They need oil quite a bit, and Russia is tightening the noose, so to speak, or just slowing down the amount of energy they're giving to Europe. All right. From what I understand from watching all the major news networks, whether this is CBS, ABC, Fox, CNN, MSNBC, all of them, I kind of skimmed through them all. It seems like Russia over the winter, when most people need energy to heat their homes, except for me, I have AC right now. They're going to try and really put the pain on Europe in order to make them stop supporting Ukraine as aggressively. So my thought process here, which is kind of a, take this with a grain of salt, people, but I do want to explain my thought process here, is that eventually this war in Ukraine and Russia, I assume it's going to end sometime in the next, let's just call it around 8 months. Now, that's not a short time frame, that's a longer time frame, but I think the war is most likely going to end sometime around there, and you're probably going to see some type of stalemate where Russia makes gains in the countries to save national pride, and Ukraine gets to survive, frankly, right? Because no Western power is actually going to send, you know, our soldiers to kind of protect them. So I think what you're probably going to see with natural gas is going to go higher and higher as winter goes on. But I do think this is really going to put enough pressure on Europe where they're going to go to the United States, go to Ukraine and say, hey, can we have a peaceful resolution? Because right now, you know, America and the West, we're kind of just funding this war to drain Russia's resources, and it's kind of working, but you know, I don't think it's working as well as we thought it might be, as far as the ruble making some good gains and, you know, their economy not absolutely going crash mode, so to speak. So, you know, just keep an eye on this and kind of what's going on with that Russia-Ukraine war. This is more of a long-term thought process, but I do think this little pressure campaign of controlling the energy, I think it is going to have an impact here over the next few months, especially as we go into winter. Depending on where you guys live in America, we have good winters, bad winters, hot winters, cold winters. But I think, for as far as I know, Europeans, especially Germany and stuff like that, they can have some pretty harsh winters over there. But I've never been to Germany in the winter, so who knows? But okay, everybody. So far, still casually going sideways here. I'm watching pretty cautiously for a larger whale to come in here and really start to tank Bitcoin. Maybe we can have a little bit more of a pop. But at this point, guys, I'm much more bearish on Bitcoin, as I've kind of reiterated over the past few weeks here. While I do enjoy the large move that we made over the past few weeks and even months now, you guys know me. I'm just still more bearish on the Bitcoin, the economy, and the market. And I just, you know, patiently waiting for all this to end. And you know, I'm getting more and more excited about more and more altcoins out there. One of the cool things I noticed, that's not even cool, but one of the things I noticed today is, now that we've kind of had a good amount of time here, you guys can see over the last 60 days, the numbers have kind of gone back down. So since we had a little bit more of a dip, in the last 60 days, Bitcoin has only gone up 0.34%. Ethereum is up about 40%. So that's really nice. Here, let me zoom in just a little bit for you guys. There we go. Excuse me. Now, BNB up 30%, XRP only up 2%. ADA is actually down 5%, believe it or not. Solana is actually down 8%. Dogecoin's up 6%. Polkadot's down 6%. Sheeb's up 26%. DAI is, that's stable. Matic's up 41%. 21% for AVAX. Tron is up 2%. Wrapped Bitcoin up 0.5%. So you are starting to see some of these coins are starting to lead the pack here. As long as they're in the positive territory, that makes me even happy to be part of, owning that particular coin. Ethereum Classic up 106%, was up a lot more over the past few days, right? So in your spare time, kind of see which coins have been doing very well in this rally. To me, that kind of signals coins that might have some larger moves by the time all this bearishness is over. So, like ApeCoin, I could totally see myself buying more ApeCoin, but I don't actually own any right now, but I could see myself buying some if Bitcoin has one more crash, okay? Mana, down 9%. Sand is actually up. That's pretty interesting here. So, just keep an eye on it. Chiliz is having a run today. It's absolutely insane. I was watching it a while ago. I think even UFO coin was up a little bit, but not nearly as much as this Chiliz coin is. Chiliz is probably something you guys would probably want to see here. Let me just show it to you guys very fast. There we go. Chiliz 4-hour chart. Here, let's go daily. You can see how wild this has been. This one's just been kind of a crazy roller coaster. Now, personally, me, with how bearish Bitcoin is getting right now and just the entire market here, because I think everybody's kind of loading up on puts. I'll talk about those puts in a second here. I'm hoping we can break out above this resistance right up here around 23 cents or so. But if we don't, this is a textbook double top, breaking down below the 20 moving average, the 200 here, and probably the 50 pretty soon. I could see this being a beautiful short if you guys have the opportunity. I don't even know if I could actually have access to short this yet, whether it's on KuCoin or BitGood or Femex or anything like that. But I'm going to keep a close eye on it, okay? And I'll let you guys know if it actually does end up breaking back down, because I think that breakdown would be massive, just because of the timing of how that breakdown would have to work. But okay, everybody, let's go over here. We got a mixed day today. Mostly everything else is okay though. Over the last hour and a half. So we're taking a little bit of a breather after a bad day yesterday. All right, let's go back to Bitcoin here. There we go. There you go. All right, if you guys have any questions on coins, let me know. Any big news out there, let me know. Just so you guys can see, here are the options. So I started buying these Friday. I told I guess the Apple one's Friday. I told the people I told my members on Friday that I was buying these specific, or these Apple calls here. Today, I gave them a video before, right as the market opened up. And so they were able to buy some during some of the peaks of the day. But, you can see clearly that I'm more bearish and I'm buying positions that are much more bearish here. Now, you can see the only one not really making me money right now is Tesla. But, Tesla is very risky for me normally, which is why you see I only have 5 shares off of it, or 5 options. And same with Netflix. I have much more in Apple, much more in NVIDIA, because I have, to me personally, I have much more success trading NVIDIA and Apple. I trade them pretty consistently. I prefer to actually even day trade Apple quite a bit. But you can see they're not up crazy amounts. You got over the past 2 days, Netflix is up 73%, Apple's up combined 31%, but you got 27% and 35% there respectively, and NVIDIA you got 64% up. That's actually pretty nice. And then Tesla's only up 1.56%. I'll take it. But you can see the profit for the day is 475, but the profit for the open is 37. You can see a lot of these were actually down yesterday after I bought them, which was kind of interesting too. So a lot of times when you guys buy options or open positions that are kind of swing trades, you may notice that they're down before they actually give you nice profits. It's something that took me a while to learn, because usually within that day of it being down is the day where I panic sold. I will not do that again. Okay. And hey, Michael, still bearish? Yeah, Michael. Yeah, I'm still bearish. I don't know. What are some of the other YouTubers out there? I know you moderate for Jordan's channel as well. I'd be interested for all of you guys out there, if you guys watch other YouTube channels, which I know you do. YouTube tells me you do. I know exactly what channels too. If you guys have any thoughts, or what are other YouTube content creators out there saying? Because you guys know I've been bearish for the past few weeks here, enjoying the move, but just ultimately my position is bear market rally, not bull market starting. I guess that's an easy way to say that. But I am more interested to hear what you guys are saying about what other creators are saying. I need to take some time and actually watch some other channels out there. I used to do it a lot more here, but I haven't had the time as of late. There we go. Let me kind of scroll up here and make sure I'm not missing anything. There you go. See, and I'm doing good, Blake. Thanks for asking, or Lake, excuse me. Such a bad market today makes no sense to me why Bitcoin started moving up after the market closed. It was just taking a little bit of a breather. Remember, guys, Bitcoin's gone down a lot more than the Nasdaq over the past few days. So if we wanted to go over here, and let me just open up the Nasdaq, sorry. I have weird lingo when it comes to this stuff. So after everything was getting rejected here for the past few weeks and stuff, you know, you've seen the Nasdaq come down about 6% after it found its peak. Meanwhile, you know, Bitcoin, after it found its peak, it came down about, you know, 17%, a lot more, and currently it's down about 15. We have a lot more room to just cool off, and I think we're a little bit closer to our support levels than the Nasdaq is and the S&P. You can see right now we're getting close to the, what is this? This is the demons. We don't need to talk about the demons here. There we go. There you go. We're much more closer to that one support level that we were talking about from way over here. The 27,000, or excuse me, the 20,700, I think it is, somewhere like a little bit above that. But you know, we're just taking one little breather here. We have another? Oh, I took the time frame off of this one. Margins, no, scales text. There you go. We have an extra, obviously not an extra, but we have 5 days, 23 hours left until this candle closes. I mean, if I was to guess, I would say we're probably coming back down to $20,000 or so, hopefully not more than that. And then we start to cool off. But it doesn't have to be like just a terrible week here unless the Nasdaq really does and S&P really start tanking. But we're just taking a little bit of a breather right now. Usually, while the market's open, we're going to follow the market, unfortunately, which is good and bad, and it has ups and downsides. But, you know, just, again, watch out for that death cross. It's coming here. It's coming. You're probably going to hear about it more and more over the next week. And what's right here? And thanks, BRMC. Thanks, I appreciate that quite a bit. Let's see. And hey, Crypto Yellow Vest, happy to see you back, my man. Jet lag. Oh, I hate jet lag. There you go. Oh, EOS was definitely a big one that moved today as well. There you go. Oh, and hey, Crypto Yellow Vest. Dollar was strong today? Yeah, it was. Actually, we should talk about that. I totally skipped over that. So, you guys know on Friday, I told you guys to watch out for the dollar index. It was going to start spiking up, and man, it definitely did some crazy stuff here over the past few days. Now, we have cooled off just a little bit over the last few hours. I don't put as much stock into this right now, guys, because I think we could still keep on going up here, especially if the market continues to make a turn. But as far as, you know, if you guys want to see a breakout, that breakout point for the dollar index is going to be around $109.29. That's going to be new highs for the year. And, you know, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Bitcoin and stocks because everybody's going to go back into that risk off mindset. And basically risk off means, hey, I'm not putting any risk on right now into my portfolio. I'm not going to be in hardly any position, or I'm going to be in the most safe positions I can be. With risk on, you can be much more aggressive in the plays you want because you can be much more aggressive on the upward side, right? So, you know, just be aware of this. Hopefully we get a double top here. If you guys are really bullish about Bitcoin, you really want to see 17,000 be the bottom for Bitcoin, we're really going to need this sucker to start coming back down in quite a bit of a hurry here. One other thing here. Let's see if I can pull it up. Or better yet, let's do, oh no, I don't want to do it that way. Okay, here. All right. So basically the last time we hit this high level, it was all the way over here of the 14th of July. If we go back over here to Bitcoin, let's just go to the daily chart. Right. Right here. Okay. So you can see it's not going to be exactly proportional to where Bitcoin is at, but you can see it was closer to being on the downward side, and now we're starting to come back down to the same level practically. So, you know, just keep a close eye on it. One of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about here fairly just quickly, you know, it kind of went under the radar again because the first time it was so crazy. The euro is now worth less than $1. I actually noticed this today as I got an alert about it. But yeah, it happened again. haven't seen many TikToks about it. I haven't seen any TikToks about it this time. But I don't think the news is actually talking about it. Like this time, it was so, the news was like, oh, we can get ratings, we can get clicks out of it. Now it's just like, oh, dude, this is sad, right? So you're seeing the value of the euro against the dollar really just coming down quite a bit. Then this is a daily candle. So like since we peaked up here a couple weeks ago, in the last 13 days, 2 weeks, the purchasing power of the euro against the dollar has dropped about 4.2%. That's pretty big, guys. That's pretty big. The pound also coming to new lows for the year. And just so, and you guys can see this double top here, top, neckline break, boom. But let's go over here to the weekly chart. Actually, just had a death cross here, not looking so hot. Euro, death cross a while ago. We already knew that was coming down. But, once you guys zoom out on this, or let's even go to the monthly charts here, guys. You can see, like, historically, how bad the euro is compared to the dollar right now. It's been worse. So at least we have some support levels coming up around 96 cents. Then maybe another one around here on 93 cents or so. But, it doesn't look like we're going to be calming down anytime soon here because we've just blown through all the support levels over here. Usually when we break through some of these larger support levels, we come down quite a bit. Break down below some of these support levels, we come down quite a bit. Then, the economy gets better. We're all, having fun. But, be careful of it, guys. Be very, very careful. This is normally not a good thing for the economy, but it's a good thing for average spenders out there because our money goes further, especially if you guys like to leave the country. If you guys don't like to leave the country, it's probably not going to help you all too much because, our prices over here are set in totally different ways. But just so you guys know, yeah, watch out for those. Make a TikTok about it. Somebody's going to bound it like it, like, oh, it's happening again. Yeah. The dollar is getting very strong here, guys. Very, very strong. To the point where it's going to be hurting the market even more. Let me go over here very fast. Might want to wait to buy ape coin since there's going to be a mass liquidation thing soon. Oh, that'd be interesting. I mean, I'm not going to buy it until after it has a large crash. Like, I want to see Bitcoin go to new yearly lows. That's when I'm hoping to do my one last final big purchasing buy of a lot of different coins out there. And then from then on out, I'll just be dollar cost averaging until we kind of find a way out of this. But maybe 2 more dips. I don't know how bad the price of Bitcoin is really going to get right now. We've never had a recession, but I really hope if we do start breaking down below 17,000, which I think is going to happen, I hope we don't go much further than 14,000, maybe 13,000. But if we start getting to 10,000 or 8,000 or some really crazy levels out there, that's what I got to think about. How much money do I really want to toss in here? Because I'm going to be tossing in a lot straight into Bitcoin at that point to just own multiple Bitcoins and not so much for the altcoins. At what point do you say, wow, Bitcoin is so cheap, I'm probably just going to load up on some Bitcoin so I can say I have like 5 or 10 Bitcoin because now I own like 3 Bitcoin. But in the future, if it drops down that cheap, I'm like, man, I can brag to my friends. I don't got 1 Bitcoin. I don't got 3 Bitcoin. I got 10 Bitcoin. And by then I'll have those rings I want to buy. So you guys will see some nice flashy silver. I don't know. I don't want to pay for gold. Gold's freaking expensive. But silver, ooh, yeah, I can pay for that any day of the week. Let's see. What's right here? Energy 1, massive cup and handle. I'm still waiting for how nasty was. Will bounce doesn't look great and wait to Fed news in September. We'll know fairly soon. I mean, as far as the Federal Reserve is concerned, guys, I think Jerome Powell is going to continue to kind of have this dovish feeling about where he thinks the economy is going to be going, how he doesn't think that the economy is going to go into a full recession or the new definition of a recession, whatever that may be. But I still think he's going to have to continue to increase rate hikes. And we're just now feeling the rate hikes that were kind of set in motion, like, a few months ago. It takes time. There's like certain levels to how fast rate hikes hit you. Like if you're in the credit markets, it happens a little bit faster. But when it comes to the economy, it takes, like the general vibe of how every American spends their money, it takes a few months. So it's going to continue to get worse and worse and worse over the next few months, at least my personal opinion, right? I don't want to give you guys any false factual statements that I don't know the future. Let's see. And hey, Joseph says KDA is an amazing project to get into right now. That one's also pretty cheap, so you guys should have fun with that one. Again, do your own research, but yeah, it's a good one. Let's see. Hey, Game Set Mike. I like the name. Everyone thinks it's going to go to 14K, so probably won't go that low. My man, I nobody knows how low we're going to go. There are people calling for $8,000 at this point, so maybe we won't even go that low. Maybe 14K is something I'll be happy about. But since we've never had this death cross before, whether you guys are looking at the simple moving averages with the 20-week moving average crossing below the 200 here, right? We've never had that happen. Let's just kind of zoom back. Never had that happen since the beginning of Bitcoin. We don't know how bad this is going to get. I'm hoping we only have maybe 1 or 2 more drops like this size. You know, that may take us down to like 13,000, maybe even 10,000 if it really gets that bad. But I don't see us like breaking down below these levels of support. Hopefully that's like, 8,000 to 10,000 levels. I really hope we don't break down that one. But keep a close eye on it. The other one is we're about to have a death cross later this week, and we talked about that one as well here. Which one is the EMA? Here's the EMA. Yeah. Weekly. Let me get rid of this. We just have no idea how bad this is going to be. And fairly soon, guys, we should have another one where the 50 is going to cross down below the 20 as well. That one probably won't happen until November. So, that could be another really bad move in our midst. I'm not saying we won't have these nice little rallies here, but get ready for some pessimism out of I think a lot of people out there. I think some of you guys were just messaging me a few seconds ago about what other people are saying. And our Lake 13 says Mitch Ray says bearish. There we go. And hey, NBF, happy to see you back. Let's see. Scott Carney bearish. Let's see. A lot of YouTubers are starting to talk bad about hash ribbon postiff. I don't even know what that is. What do you think the S&P would find? What level do you think the S&P finds support? I use the Nasdaq more for myself, but I know people use S&P. Where's my specific chart for this one? There you go. So as far as the Nasdaq finding support, the S&P, I really just want to see it hold this general support right here. Probably closer to 393. I would probably say it might take a few weeks. So let's say somewhere around $400. I think that'd be a nice solid support level. It's currently at $413, excuse me. So, I want to see it find support there. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold the support, but I think that's the next level of support I'm really worrying about. If we start breaking down below that, that's where you start having bad stuff. Because again, Bitcoin's a little bit of ahead of itself, ahead of the stock market here. But I can definitely see a death cross happening here with the 20 crossing down below the 200. I can definitely see that happening if we do what all the pundits are saying, a recession in 2023. That means the market's going to keep getting worse. I can see the 20 cross down below the 200. The 200 is still moving up. Like, let's zoom in here a little bit. The 200 is still on a nice tear right now. It's slowed down a little bit right here off of this dip, but ultimately it's still roaring up here. You see the moving averages now, once you kind of put it into context. We're coming down quite a bit, guys. And that's what kind of scares me. The last time that happened, of course, 2008. It's rare that we have the 20 cross down below the 200 here. And then before that, it was the dot-com bubble. So again, ick. But, it's rare that we ever see this happen here. It's very, very rare. If you even wanted to go a different way of looking at some of these larger indexes here. Here's the monthly charts. All right, so you're not going to have a very long 200 because that's a long time. We haven't been collecting data that long. We're still down below the 20. We didn't manage to break back above it. Normally, when we break down below it, it's pretty fast that we manage to get back up. Like within the next month, we're back up. Within the next month, we've closed above it and we're going strong. Not so much this month. This has been a pretty sturdy level of resistance. If we go back over here to the dot-com bubble, or excuse me, 2008, we got rejected off of that too. Then that really took us down. Rejected off of it again and really took us down after we broke down. So, there's some parallels here, not exact parallels. I'm not trying to like freak everybody out. But, you guys should be prepared for something of the scale of 2008 or 1999 dot-com bubble stuff. Just don't like panic about it, but just like, hey, what if that does happen? What if the economy really does get that bad? What's my plan? That's as far as I think you guys need to go right now. I'm not going to be saying, oh my gosh, this is definitely going to happen. No. But I'm growing. That plan is starting to take up more and more of my mind here because I want to figure out what's going on. And then if you go over here to the Nasdaq too, same thing. Normally we managed to bounce back up pretty fast. This time we haven't got it back above it. Maybe we might have support above the 50 here, the 50-month moving average. That was support for a month. That really didn't hold up here. It held up one time. But yeah. I don't know how much support that's going to be, but it is a level of support. So, and that's currently around like 10,829, so maybe around 11,000. So, you know, if we manage to ever get back down there, let's just say around 11,000, that's about a 13% drop in the market. That's kind of where we were a few months ago. That's not too bad. I mean, you know, historically speaking, we just don't want to see it. Like, to me, the big thing that's happening right now is we're making this choice here over the next 4 or 5 months, I would say, probably sooner than that. But let's kind of spread it out a little bit. We're making the choice if we're going to be having a pretty bad move, or if we're just going to be continuing on this nice trend, but just having a pretty, like, a small bear market within it. Okay, we don't have bear markets too often, right? That's the last bear market. Let's see how bad this one is. But you know, we got to be careful about it. Another one is the Dow here as well. The Dow on the monthly chart. This one is totally different historically, just because it's the Dow. It's made up of totally different companies than like the Nasdaq or the S&P. But you can see here, guys. I mean, this thing. This is 2008 financial crisis. You can see a lot more aggressive on the downward side. Then you see over here, .com bubble. Really not much in there. COVID, very volatile. Now we're just cooling off. Trying to get back above the 20-month moving average. Not being able to do that, guys. So I would say, I mean, you know what? It's August. We have another 8 days, 19 hours. Let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes. But, you know, if we don't close above that to start off, you know, September or end off August, you know, to me, that sets in motion a pretty big showdown that's going to happen over the next few months here, where I'm going to be very, let's just say pessimistic, bearish, you know. And you guys know, when I'm bearish, I just tell you I'm bearish and the reasons why. I'm not going to be screaming about it, bloody murder or something like that. But you guys will know, like, it'll be the same of when I warned you about the death crosses last year. When it came to Bitcoin, I'll probably let's go back over here to the simple moving averages, where I was warning you and screaming and not screaming, but like hollering about this death cross, saying, "Oh my gosh, guys, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out," because we have these historical norms to kind of back us up. If it happened here, it happened here. Now we've already had that big move. Now we're waiting for something completely new. So let's see how this works out, guys. I'm excited. I'm a nerd about this type of stuff, so I really want to see how it's going to play out. But at the same time, you know, it really depends on the fundamentals of the American economy and how good everything works out. And of course, you know, the European economy, Asian economies, you know, even African economies to a certain extent. And what's right here? And hey, David, right now, all my dudes I follow are taking the hash ribbon signal that has only signaled 4 times in Bitcoin history. I have been hearing more and more about that, I believe, especially on TikTok. And hey, Nico, Jordan is saying the bottom is in, so not sit on our hands. There you go. Well, we're all dollar cost averaging here. So, okay, actually, let me make that clear. Even though I'm bearish, guys, it doesn't mean I'm not buying. I told you guys a few days ago I started buying back again after that big dump that Bitcoin had, about 17%. I am dollar cost averaging again, and I do agree with a lot of other YouTubers out there. Just because Bitcoin might be bearish and it might be going down in the future, that's my opinion, right? I still think it's worth buying into Bitcoin at these levels, buying into your altcoins right now. Understanding that even if they do go lower, eventually down the road, they're still going to make you a buttload of money, right? So yeah, I definitely agree with that one. It's right here. Jordan is saying the bottom is in, and Michael says, Jordan says a lot of big long-term indicators are starting to show Bitcoin could be in, the bottom could be in, excuse me. But he still says there's a chance it can go below 17K. Hedging the bets, I appreciate that. Let's see, Crypto 2, Vision Pulsed as well. Okay, there you go. So there's some bearishness out there, but there's also some bearish, but the bottom is in. Bearish, but the bottom is in. Let's see. And thanks, Crypto Yellow Vest. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that you listen to me. I bought XLM this morning at 4 a.m. What are your thoughts? Hey, Jim Bob. XLM? Where's my XLM little thingamajigger here? There it is, towards the bottom. Let's go to the hour chart. And you said you bought it today at 4 a.m. I don't know what time it is, your time basically. But it probably would be better to give me a price, since it's kind of, this is all within the 10-cent range here. So, you know, it's a little bit different. But let me see. I mean, we have a nice solid breakout right here. This was kind of nice to see. Breakout, held support, continued to move up higher. We have this general support here, which is probably going to be an opportunity for you to open up a short unless you want to do something more aggressive up here, which is fine. Remember, this is just an hour chart, so you can be a little bit more aggressive on this one. Go resistance up here. Okay. Which one looks better, this one or this one? 15-minute chart. Let's do this right here. That worked. Okay, now one more, guys. Sorry about this. I just want to pinpoint which one might work best. This one. That don't work too well. No, okay, let's go to the first one, okay. Okay. So right now you managed to break above that one level here. This is most likely where I would have scaled out of this position because, you know, it has had a nice move up over the last couple of hours. I would probably move my stop loss up towards 0.0189-ish. 0.109 level, so it's me. And then afterwards, I might just be holding to see if we can get back up here to the 11 cent range, a little over 11 cents. If I can do that, I'd be pretty happy with it. But this is getting closer to the scale out level for me. Unless you're trying to scale, if this is more of a day trade, that's my plan. If you're trying to swing trade this out, I would really just be extra careful about that because, you know, we're kind of at the point where it looks like we just want to do a dip, dead cat bounce, and then boom like that, right? So just be careful with it. You might see some support levels closer to yesterday's, a couple days ago close. But you know, I'd be careful. You're gonna really want to see this thing pump up by the next, like, let's say 2 to 3 hours if you want to continue holding on to those trades. But I'd say be careful. This thing really looks like it wants to just, you know, have a little bit of a hump before coming back down, and that doesn't look too healthy there. Even, I mean, heck, even Bitcoin wants to do that, right? But Bitcoin might have a death cross here over the next few days. That's what everybody's waiting for. 20 below the 50. Now, you know, it doesn't mean like the world is ending here, of course. But the last time we had it was right here. Kind of went down a little bit. Then, of course, we had our crash, but that was a little bit different. So, you know, that time of death cross wasn't too bad. But yeah, it's not going to be the best of things for Bitcoin. We'd rather see it continue to go up here, right? There we go. Okay. Let's see. And hey, David, 11K is not on the table. Oh, no, excuse me, not out of the table. Oh, not off the table, basically. Though, but hash ribbon indicator is signaling a buy. Yeah. I think it's okay to hedge your bets no matter which way you're going right now. If you guys feel like it could be going down more, don't feel like to keep on buying. Why wouldn't you, right? If you feel like the bottom is in right now, and we're only going to be going up, of course you want to buy right now. Just, you know, maybe wait for some really big buy signal, but I think the hash ribbon is going to be that big one for a lot of people, right? Crypto is a nice guy, but you never learn anything with him. I don't watch his channel all too much. I don't know what he actually teaches people, but I have to admit that guy is completely entertaining. He does all of his videos from that weird little phone thing like this. Now, I don't like that about his channel. The amount of data you're missing out when you do that, it drives me nuts. But it's very entertaining. His channel is massive, and he has a great editing team. Great editing team. Very, very good editing team. Let's see. Hey, Rand, do you think Bitcoin's going down to about $3,900? If it goes down that much, I'm going to buy like 3 more Bitcoin, 5 more Bitcoin. Let's see. And hey, Michael, dollar index needs to double top here and not keep going. Exactly. Oh gosh, I just don't know. Here's the monthly chart, guys, so you can kind of put everything into perspective. Monthly chart. What we're currently dealing with is this level of resistance, just right there. We're going to see if we can break above it, guys. We're going to see. But yeah, you're right, Michael. We really need to have a reversal here and just keep, like, crash back down. Whew. Flip a coin at this point, because I really don't know. Here you go. And when you're talking about double top, you can do it right here on the weekly chart. So we want to finish off this week around the top. Then start, you know, next week we want to have a pretty bad week as far as the dollar index is concerned. The daily chart looks a little bit more ugly of a double top here, but we really do need to have that top here. Then when we get back down here, completely break through it, and then that'll be a strong buy as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one, Michael. see it here. See, and if you guys talking about the hash ribbon, 4 times it is signaled in the history of Bitcoin, 4 times it is printed. Yep, I mean, that's the thing. It's been very reliable. But my whole qualm is this is Bitcoin's first recession. A lot of the normal stuff that would signal really strong moves, it's not that I don't believe them. It's just that I'm much more like, I'm going to wait a little bit more than I would normally do. I'm just going to be more patient about all of this. And meanwhile, while I'm patient, I'm just dollar cost averaging. Because it's not like I haven't been buying Bitcoin over the last like 4 or 5 months here. You guys all know I've been dollar cost averaging. Even when Bitcoin was at like 40,000, 30,000, whatever. I've been buying up a load here. So that strategy has allowed me to be more flexible. Whereas if you guys didn't dollar cost average at 30,000 or 20,000, you guys didn't dollar cost average or buy anything over the last few months, you guys have much more of a decision to be made. And, you know, when in doubt, I'm always okay with entering the market for the long-term trades, because long-term is going to be long-term. It's going to make you money no matter how. You just have to wait and hold, right? But it's gonna be a fun one, guys. I keep on saying fun because I'm like really excited to see which way this pans out. Because you guys know, like, I'm always putting bets on everything in my head. Like, from what it sounds like, a lot of people are bearish, but a lot of people are using that ribbon. So a lot of people think that the kind of bearish short term, but we're not going to break down below 17,000. I would like, for me, I think we're most likely going to go down to 17,000. I'm kind of putting that out there, but I'm not afraid of being wrong. But because I have been wrong before, of course. But it's always a contest within myself to say, hey, if I end up being right about this, I'm going to be really impressed with myself. You guys won't hear me gloat, but I'll gloat to myself and be like, oh yeah, you told everybody, right? And I do that every now and again to myself. That's why I'm treating myself to a ring. Well, I guess I'm not treating myself to a ring because of anything YouTube here, but I don't know. When I'm in a happy mood, I tend to buy stuff for myself, and I haven't bought anything for myself in a while. So I'm like, I'm going to buy that ring here. I was thinking about this ring right here, or this ring right here, or a couple other ones. This is coming from a store, not from the actual webpage. So I'm looking for rings. I'm probably just going to get myself a massive collection over the next like 2-3 years, where I have like 50 rings that all cost around like quite a bit of money. So I'm getting ready to have some fun. I haven't had a splooge of money in a while here. You guys seem to have a lot more like friends, and like you guys go out and do a lot more stuff than me. So you guys have the ability to spend more money. I usually treat myself and my family to stuff. I usually don't like really do large expenses for myself unless it's like a vacation. Then I'll go, yeah, it's Michael time. Let's see. Be a great time to take a vacation to Europe with US dollars. My friends just took one about a month ago. They took it over to Europe, and they went to like Italy, Greece, the whole shebang-a-bang, Ireland. Oh my gosh, they were spending the good old US dollar. Well, technically they went with the bank and they got a transfer, but they were able to transfer all of the American dollars into euros for like a huge spending spree over there. They had a lot of fun. Now they're back home working like everybody else. But while they were over there, they were showing me some pictures on Instagram. It looked real fun. What's right here? And hey, Randy, you think the dollar index is going above 120? I mean, here, put it in perspective. We're around at 109 basically right now. 120 is way up here. And let's kind of zoom out historically. Let's go to monthly charts. That does make sense. That is a pretty nice level of resistance there. So if we do break above this, we may start to see some of those levels occur. And hopefully, guys, I mean, let's say for sake of argument here, we really do break above this. We really go to 120. Randy's right, which definitely can happen, right? If we start getting up to these levels here, I would find it incredibly hard to believe we're going to be going all the way up here to 164 or something like that from like 85. I find that highly unlikely. So to me, that would be the ultimate buy signal around that time, where I'm just going to be going buy that altcoin, altcoins for everybody. You get an altcoin, you get an altcoin. Everybody buys altcoins. That'd be the big level. Or if you wanted to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or altcoins with higher market caps, go for it. But that would be the ultimate of all buy signals for me personally. And it's not even off of like a buy thing. It's just like, oh, dude, we can't go higher than this. Let's see it here. What coins am I buying if we hit 14K? The same coins I've been buying all along. Just because the price of Bitcoin doesn't always dictate what I'm buying. It's usually more of the meme coins out there I'll buy if we have that larger dip. So, you know, when I dollar cost average, I'm usually buying stuff like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, Ethereum Classic, everything on Robinhood at this point. I'm actually buying a little bit into right now, even Bitcoin Cash. But I'm buying into it. Metaverse plays like the large ones, Mana, Sand out there, UFO, large ones. Let's say large ones now. But yeah, I'm buying that type of stuff. But if we drop down to 4K or 14K or something like that, you know, instead of dollar cost buying in maybe like 10 to 50 bucks a day into some of these coins out there, I'm going to ramp it up to about 50 bucks a day for the altcoins. So I'll actually be spending less money in the higher market cap coins, and I'll be spending, as far as dollar cost averaging, I'll be dollar cost averaging a lot more heavily into those more lower market cap coins like the UFO coin, Doge on Mars, STMX, yada yada yada. Those are coins I'm going to be really going into. And usually at that point, I'll be starting to get a little bit more picky than I am now, because since I've already bought into so many of these coins, I can be happy with the amount I got. If any one of these coins blows up to multi-billion market caps, I'm going to be, I'll be making a lot of money. I'll be happy with it. But there are coins out there like STMX where they actually have partnerships and they're actually making money. Those coins that are actually making money from a solid business and the coin's just kind of there as an extra thing, those companies are going to be fine. And I think those companies are going to be the secret sauce ones, I guess you could say, where I'm going to be like, uh-oh, that's at a really good price. That's going to be something I get really heavily involved in. But I'll be buying mostly the same stuff I'm buying now, just kind of changing the variations up a little bit. And hey, Bitcoin family, just buy and hold 6 months. That's always a good plan too. Buy. Just, dollar cost average if you care about your average. But if you don't care about your average, you can always just buy too. I would buy gold if I had 10 Bitcoin when it's 100K. Oh, that'd be interesting too. And hey, Rocky, I'm holding my portfolio with 2x and my margin is really low though. Would you hold your crypto long term by using 2x? Yeah, I mean, I have low margin shorts right now. And I'm thinking about doing some 2 to 5x long-term trades. Yes, I am. Now, I haven't opened up any long-term leverage longs just yet because I'm so bearish, as you guys know. However, since, it's only 2x, you can let it go down for a while. You're not going to be in any like immediate danger from margin call unless Bitcoin goes like drastically down, right? But as far as my shorts are concerned, because if it's 2x, the most you're going to lose is 200x of your initial position. That's not much at all. Relative. But as far as shorting, I have like a 5x short I opened up at like $55,000 for Bitcoin. I have another one opened up around like 50,000, another one at 40,000. They're like low 2 to 5x leverage plays, and I've just been kind of sitting on them. I had one open up on the last exchange that sponsored the channel, BitGet, and I since closed not the account, but just the short there. But that short was opened up sometime in March or something like that, and it was just a 1x short. But the reason I opened it up for you guys, I was just, hey, I'm just going to open up this short. I'm just going to let it sit. Low margin, just let it sit. And since we're in a bear market, it'll just make you money if you just settle down and just watch it go down. Last time I checked, it was around like 30% up or something like that. But that was a few days ago when the price of Bitcoin is a lot higher. It's probably back up to like 35%, 40% now. So it's still making money here. When in a bear market, just do that. It's like the opposite of holding, right? Holding long, excuse me. And hey, Kenny G, happy to see you back, my man. I just want one measly Bitcoin. Hey, save up. You can get it. I mean, from all my friends that I have across the country, because I don't really have many out here in Washington State, they've all kind of dispersed. But, I'm the only one that wants to own multiple Bitcoin or 5 Bitcoin, 10 Bitcoin. That's what I think most of you guys should be owning Bitcoin if you can. But a lot of my friends have said, you know what? I'm never going to be able to own a Bitcoin. I'm just going to own as many Ethereum as I can. And that's also another idea if you guys want to go down that path. It's always interesting to hear what coins people value more. Now I own both. That's happy with me. But some people don't want to buy Bitcoin because they just can't own a whole of it. But you can save up for $1,600 of Ethereum. If we go back down and break down below the $17,000 level of Bitcoin, Ethereum is going to be back down to 1,000. That's like depending on how much you guys make, that's like half a month's pay, or just like 2 days pay, 3 days pay, 4 days pay, depending on if you're corporate. see. Will the crypto market continue to have a huge correlation with the stock market? Yes. For now, yeah. It'll change up once the market kind of cools off and we kind of finish off all this the recession talks and everything like that. But yeah, I don't see that changing anytime soon. Just remember, Bitcoin is going to be always more volatile than the stock market. It's just the way it is for the foreseeable future here. But let's just hope it doesn't get much worse than this. And you want to, hey Patrick, you want to talk about Doge? Yeah, let's go over here, Doge, very fast. Let's go right here. Doge. So Doge got rejected off of its 20-week moving average here. It had an opportunity to break out, but I did not want to take it here. You know, back over here in November and October when Bitcoin was going up to new highs, Dogecoin didn't manage to break out. Had a little bit more of a troubled time, right? But right now, there we go. It's been kind of weird because on the weekly chart here, we did actually just break down last week, and that kind of signals that we may be coming back down a little bit more, closer to 6 cents right now. We're like at 0.068, so like not even a penny drop, but you know, pretty sizable for Dogecoin nonetheless. So I'm watching that, but if you guys go over here to the daily chart, you can make it a little bit more precise here. Let's go to this one instead. And you guys can see, just like Bitcoin, we broke down, found an old level of support for Dogecoin. Was actually right around. Oh, it's a magnet. That's why. Okay. You know, somewhere around here, about 0.066 cents or so. And now we're kind of having that same pattern of mini crash, dip, dead cat bounce, and then are we going to be breaking down, going further this week, or are we going to, over the next few days, or are we going to find a way to hold and consolidate long enough to actually move back up? You guys will notice here before we start going into like some of the hourly charts of Dogecoin, these moving averages, they haven't really done much for us not here too much as far as like hard levels of support. We have a little bit right here, a little bit right here. Didn't really matter here. Didn't really matter here as far as resistance. Some support right there, which was kind of nice. But right now, you know, we're below all of those support levels. So for me to really get more excited or more bullish on Dogecoin, I'm going to need to see us get it back above that 20 again and try to use it as a support level and just try. We don't have to, but just try. Last time we got above it, didn't really work out too well for us, of course. Let's just go to the 4-hour chart. I feel like that's going to be better here. Let's get rid of all this other stuff here. Right now, Dogecoin is just setting up for a nice little downtrend. Probably we can do the megaphone style here. Yeah, there you go. Until we manage to break out or get to the highs or to the lows of this thing, I'm not trading this at all. If we get down here, I'll buy. If we get up here, I'll short. You can see we just had a death cross. Boom. Nasty move up to the death cross. We're fighting with the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart. I don't think it's impossible for us to break out above that, but I do think it's going to be a little bit more challenging for us to get above that 200 here unless Bitcoin's really surging, because normally Dogecoin doesn't move up as much as Bitcoin over these kind of past few weeks. It's been kind of awkward. You know, Dogecoin kind of goes sideways, same with sheep, and all of a sudden they just have these nice pops out of nowhere. I think that's what you're going to be expecting here if we have something similar to what we experienced last week. But right now, if it gets up here, I'm shorting. If it gets down here, I'm longing. And I'm looking at this 50 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. We'll give it a few more days. We're most likely going to have a death cross here, and I don't know how bad that's going to be. We haven't had a death cross in this one for a hot minute. That death cross didn't really do anything. That death cross, actually, guys, it hasn't really done too much in the past. I guess that's because we were making a recovery here, but you know, just understand, we just broke down. We're entering this little cycle here. At this point in time, I don't feel like I need to be opening up any trades because this is the no man's land. You want to buy during support or buy during resistance. Right now, I'm just watching Dogecoin. But yeah, there's some quick TA about it. Good luck if you want to trade it, though. At this point, I'd really wait for it to hit one of those highs or lows there so you can actually trade off of some support or resistance. Let's see. Right around election should be the bottom. That should be interesting to see how that's going to work out. Because, I mean, to me, I think the Republicans still have a lead in the polls as far as like the House. They're going to take the House back. I don't know if they're going to take the Senate back, but it's going to be a whole different government if that happens. And I haven't been keeping track of all the political stuff out there. There's a lot of noise out there about politics, of course. Everybody's lying about something on the news. But I mean, it'll be a lot of, it'll be worth watching, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been caring too much about politics. People are going to freak when the S&P goes below 2,000. If that happens, yes, they will be freaking. We haven't had a good freak out like that in a hot minute, though. Right about election should be bottom. Fear and greed index at 28. Fear. Oh, yeah, of course. We've been in fear for a while. And hey, Joseph, Bear. And hey, Michael. That was only a wick. Oh, sorry. Personally, I think it's putting in the higher low right before when we went down to the wick of 17,500. Oh, okay, so you think we're going to be going down right around. Come on. There we go. So that low for Bitcoin Tether on Binance is 17,622. So you think we might break down below maybe, 18,626, and this is going to be a good buying zone. Let me put this over here. Let's go back there, rectangle. So this might be a good buying zone for your plan then, somewhere between 18,626, but somewhere above 17,622. That's not a bad little buying zone right there. I'd be really happy if we're going to have some type of double bottom here. I mean, that'd be absolutely fantastic. That means, have a nasty bottom. Where's my little drawing tool? Let me just go to cheat sheet. Squiggle down here, make a move, reverse, and then all of a sudden, break above the neckline, kabooey, break above the 200 daily moving average, and then we really start going sky high. I would love to see that happen. I really would. Oh gosh, that would make my life a lot easier as a YouTuber, right? Everybody'd be happy to be coming back into the the market. And hey, Shilton, thoughts on AMC APE dividends today? The AMC and APE were halted 13 times today. If you ever want to trade this stuff, my simple thing is go in there for a short amount of time, buy, hold, and then wait like a day or two, like that's a couple days short amount of time, and then get out if it's a lot of money. And then what you should do is when you're selling your shares, leave 20% of what you put in there just alone inside of it, and just leave it alone and see if it goes higher, higher. Then you can sell off the rest of those shares and make even more money, or you could lose some money but still be happy that you took the risk in order to make more money, right? But that's how I feel about it. I was looking at it today after hours here. There you go. Yeah, I was looking right here. And now I was like, geez, this thing fell down 42%. And I mean, we're getting closer to a level of support, but that support level is still like another 50% down where it is now. But yeah, as far as this is concerned, I mean, isn't it crazy how ads find the exact rings you've been looking at just to put in your face, right? Like literally right here, Jared, and all of a sudden I get ads. Freaking insane. Sorry, tangent there. But, you know what? I would still wait to buy even more. There's going to be some weird stuff going on here, but over the last few days, this thing went from 27 bucks back down to 10. Usually it just takes a while, guys. It takes a while between each of these nice little pops. It just takes time. So if you want to buy into it, go for it. But I would be very, very patient about how I get into this one now. Maybe if it goes back down to $5 over the next few days, it could be oversold, and then I would want to buy into it. But that's how I'd play these types of plays out here. But here, hold on. Oh, sorry, you guys, looking at my ring here. There you go. And I guess we're looking at today's halts. Yeah, today's 19th. Oh, no, today's 22nd. Current trade halts. Let's see. And thanks for subscribing, Kirk. I appreciate that a lot. Let me just scroll this here so you guys can see it. Halt date. There you go. APE at 1533. Rev value APE. There's a lot of halts. APE. Huh. I'm always confused. I'm used to seeing M mean volume, but M means volume, but also does LUDP. I haven't been seeing this much as much. But yeah, APE, another volatility halt. APE, another volatility halt. APE. AMC has one here. Yeah, Yowza. I mean, be very, very careful. I mean, this is like these are things that I don't even hop into the options markets for because they're just so the options themselves are so overbought that it's inflated the prices of the options, and that leads to large losses in the theta of the options, because if it does anything but go in the direction you want, you're losing massive amounts of money, which means you have to have those balls of steel or cojones of steel, basically, in order to make some money, which I don't like to do when it comes to that type of stuff. Normally, I'd be all happy to have this type of aggressive fun, but because the prices are so inflated, whereas if I wanted to gamble on a Microsoft or a Tesla or an Nvidia, I might be paying a small markup, like if the option is like normally $1 or something like that, I'd be happy with that, or $5. But the options for AMC are incredibly expensive sometimes when everybody's buying them up, so I just don't even take the chance. But yeah, I mean, if you want to play with it, go for it, but just don't treat it as a formal way of trying to make consistent money. Treat it more as a way of having some fun in the market to blow off some steam when the market's not really giving you many good opportunities. Like, it's not really giving you many good opportunities right now, except for buy and hold with the support level of that 20,700 level, right? But yeah, I mean, it's fun to watch for sure. Oop. Sorry, if that's something my dog's toe, it was a phantom toe. My dog is, I don't know. It was just sleeping next to my foot. That's why. Okay. Oh, you're in there. You were looking at the TV. Okay. Oh, what's it here? And hey, Vacation Time 247. Look at the past bear markets, though. This is just a relief rally. We got further downside to go. I agree with you there. But again, just because I think we're bearish, it doesn't mean I'm not going to listen to some of you guys' thoughts and kind of walk through them. Because, guys, there are times when I'm wrong, and I'm totally okay with saying that. I am not 100% perfect. I'm just good enough to make this my full-time job, but that doesn't mean I'm some type of master as far as technical analysis. I always like to hear you guys' thoughts. And you say we're going to be going down more. I agree with you, but it'll be very, very interesting to see how this works out. My thesis over the last few, months now, when all of this hype started to happen, I told you guys. Let me try to figure out what my words were here. I told you guys, be careful. This kind of goes into like what I'm thinking about now. Be careful of the big move coming if we do have one, because you're most likely going to see a whole bunch of people on YouTube or TikTok or Twitter, social media basically, saying that we're now in a bull market and we've now found the bottom. That's what my whole premise has been. I'm kind of still sticking with that, but let's see what happens if we're no longer in a bear market. We start going into a bull market. If that happens, I'm still going to be making money here. So I don't care that much. My pride's on the line, though. My pride is a little bit on the line here. Let's see. And hey, General, you hope we go down so you can accumulate more. You are not the only one. A lot of people want to buy Bitcoin under 20,000. A lot of people want to buy Ethereum back under $1,000. I bought up a bunch of Ethereum when it went under $1,000, and I do not regret it to this point. It's actually like almost doubled at this point. Let's see. Why is the euro dollar pound soon $1 for a new digital money? Is it possible? But it's not going to go because Bitcoin is but Fed money. Wait, why euro dollar pound soon one? Are you talking about the digital assets? I believe most countries out there in the world are going to be starting to create their own digital assets to make transferring money very, very cheap and make it more affordable, and you can have money moving across borders very easily. That has its upsides and downsides, but I think it'll be helpful for global governments who want to retain power over the world, like the United States. We want to retain power. China wants to emerge as a power in certain aspects. The Europe wants to control, more power out there, and if they have their, if America has our stablecoin, the U.S. dollar stablecoin, as like the main stablecoin of Africa or something like that, that would be massive. That means all that currency moves to that one. It could be really good, but all that type of stuff. Countries are going to be using it for power and national security, and not so much for the benefit of their citizens. So yeah, it's going to be a wavy move here pretty soon. If you're talking about just the dollar index, right now, because of rate hikes, the dollar is just getting more and more powerful. And when we look at stuff, it's the dollar versus the euro, the dollar versus the pound. But you could also look at the pound versus the euro. You can also look at the Japanese yen versus the pound. The American dollar doesn't have to be part of that, but historically we use the dollar because it's the most powerful currency out there right now, to kind of make those observations. So, if I were to go over here, excuse me, take a sip of water. All right, let's just go this. British pound to the Australian dollar. Right? Now, so the pound is losing ground to the Australian dollar right now. Looks like it hasn't been looked at too much over here over the last few years, but let's see. I mean, this just had a nice breakdown. Support, breakdown, tipping time, right? Large, beautiful pattern right here. You're going to see a lot of Forex traders probably shorted the crap all over that thing. That's a missed opportunity on my part. Let's see. But what do you call? You can look at it however you want to, but you can see that, the pound is losing value against the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar is actually a pretty good one right now. But yeah, depends on which one you're looking at. Most people use the US dollar, though. Most people use the US dollar. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anything there. There we go. Oh, sorry guys, I know I'm missing some questions here. Let's see. Hey Puni, no, I don't message anybody from Discord. If it is, it's a scammer out there. Always be aware of scammers out there. I will never DM you first. I will take you DMs and kind of answer them if I have time. But no, I'm never going to ask you guys to sign up for a trade or anything like that. No, I'm never going to ask for any of that type of stuff. Let's see. So here. Lots of people said we would never drop past 23K, and you were the only one that gave a real analytics and warned us of the possibility. I mean, yeah, guys. I mean, I want you guys to be prepared. There are tons of YouTube channels out there that all have their specialties, the varying levels of entertainment, but they also give you facts, right? And they're not just all pure entertainment. Maybe Matt Wallace is that person, but besides that, most people kind of give you some, different versions of how they like to orient their channel. Because my whole premise for me is, I'm a full-time trader. If YouTube banned my channel, I would be devastated, but I wouldn't be devastated financially. A lot of YouTubers out there would be devastated financially, so they have to do what they have to do in order to keep views up, keep people watching, and stuff like that. So there's different ways people approach YouTube, but I will always give you guys my opinion. We will go over other people's opinions, and I may disagree with them. Who cares, right? We're all going to have our different viewpoints here, but I want you guys to have an understanding of, hey, I don't want you guys to be surprised if something bad goes wrong. I want you guys to have a plan for it, or at least know how to approach it if it happens in real time. Oh my gosh, we're crashing. What's happening? Most of the time what happens is we're crashing, and I'm saying, hey, I'm buying some up on this crash right now. I'm having fun with it. And then other people kind of freeze, and they don't know what to do. And then when we're sitting back on a month later, man, if you bought at this point in time, you're looking at some great returns. I was like, yeah, that's why I bought at that time. You need to have a plan, or you need to be able to articulate to yourself a plan to help you get through those tough times in the market. Even during this good time that we had a few days ago. What did I tell you guys? I told you guys about this on the S&P chart, I think, at the beginning of the stream. But I told you guys I had a selling point for Bitcoin, a lot of my assets, about a full week before we hit the relative high here. Past few. Let's see. Let's go to let's just do this daily chart. My selling point was over here, but guess what? We went even higher. But since I was able to buy a lot down here, I still made the profit from here to here. And guess what? I am now more rich than I was before I made this trade. That's all I care about. So it depends on what each person's going to do. There are some YouTubers that might have been doing a lot of trades in between here, making some good money, day trading. I was more happy. I did do some day trading, what I'm talking about, but still, I was much more happy to buy down here, sell up here, miss out on selling up here, miss out. But remember, guys, I also scaled out some here. I scaled out some here. I scaled out some here. I scaled out some here. And at that point, I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm fine. I'm happy. This what kind of spooked me out of the last of it. And I was like, okay, I'm done. Everybody has their own trading style. There's a whole bunch of channels out there. What do you call it? Michael's a moderator on Jordan's channel. He's a pretty fun guy. He's really entertaining, really funny out there. He streams a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours before I do. But he's a great guy. Well, I don't know if he's a great guy. He ignored me on Discord, but I think he's a good YouTuber. Good YouTuber. Let's see. See. And hey, Corinda, happy to see you back. And hey, Mo, I'm bearish for the foreseeable future here. Doesn't mean we can't pop and break above, hold some of these support levels here, but I'm definitely more bearish though over going into this for the rest of the week here. Let's see. Yeah, Recky, I'll look at my Discord for you tomorrow morning. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Michael says 2 hours before I stream. Yeah. Let's see. And hey, Mr. Pepin, happy to see you back. Definitely want to get there under 1,000. Yes, everybody should. Everybody should want to get there under $1,000. And plus, the fees are really cheap right now. It's been so nice if you guys like to, do swaps and stuff like that. Oh, and I think I might actually, just for fun, do a swap of like maybe $80 worth of Ethereum, $50 worth of Ethereum, on that random metaverse game that I was trying to play the other day. And I've also decided that I'm probably going to do a little series on the main channel. I don't know. I have to start another channel. Might as well just do it here. Where I do some fun, where I do a live stream going throughout the metaverse and kind of playing some games. I'll be really excited to see how that pans out. Probably will start it sometime at the end of September, though. Probably October, actually. My birthday is next month. It's going to be, I have to do a lot of stuff usually for my birthdays. Let's see. And hey, Pepper, Ape, in my opinion, will go down to 0. Oh no, if it goes down to 0, that that would be absolutely hilarious. I mean, yeah, it is a Hail Mary play from AMC, that's for sure. I don't know what they're gonna get out of it, but well, here, what they probably will try to get out of it. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I mean, I could totally see them opening up APE, letting it kind of go sky high, have some fun eventually. But then when it's at a high point, they can use it as offerings and kind of just sell more shares onto the market, take the money from selling those shares, and then just use it to continuing the day-to-day operations. And that way, just kind of, it's like a large-scale scam, if you will. Just kind of, hey, buy our coin, buy our stock up. It'll go sky high. You have the opportunity to make a lot of money, but don't hold on too long, or we're gonna do an offering and we're gonna plummet the price down. Ooh, so I could definitely see that happening, but they might not be able to do it for a few weeks here unless they really want to get an unfavorable view from the media out there. Let's see. See. And then, Michael, we talked about that in Jordan's channel. They're watching you and listening. You can tell when they get them ads. Ads? I don't have ads. What do you mean ads? Oh, what do you call it? Let me know what that means. I don't know what that means. Are you talking about like the Femex sponsorship, or are you talking about the little ads like YouTube ads and stuff like that? Theaters losing sales over the past year? Yeah, guys. Last night, I ordered pizza. From my mom, me, my sister, and you know what? We put all the reclining chairs down. Had the sound system tweaked up to be a little bit nice, more precise, because I got a new HDMI whatever cord. But we watched the new Game of Thrones show. I don't know, forget what it was called, but it was absolutely great, full of the good stuff that I miss about Game of Thrones. And you know what? That was free. Oh, whatever I pay for it. HBO Max. It's cheaper to pay for AMC Max Oh, sorry, Loki. Hey, it's cheaper to pay for HBO Max than it is to go to the movie theaters. AMC is eventually doomed. I don't know why they didn't partner up with a streaming service when they had the chance. That would have saved them so much agony. I think all they have now for an app is AMC Plus or something like that, and I'm like, no. What they need to do is do a merger with another corporation, a merger of maybe with who just bought CNN? Discovery, Warner Bros. Discovery, buy up AMC or whatever, and then just use the movie theaters as a kind of an outlet. But streaming, my gosh, guys, it was a good show. Let's see. Hey, no worries, Jim Bob. I'm always here to help you guys out. Let's see. And hey, Neil, do I think we might go back up to 23K? Are we going to go back down? I mean, I think we have maybe like a 10 to 15% chance of getting back up that high. I wouldn't put too much stock in it right now as far as like trying to go long or even trying to short right now. I'm waiting to short. I actually already have shorts. What am I talking about? I have shorts, but if I was to looking to short now after not, shorting the resistance levels up there or the breakdown that we had a few days ago, I would wait to short if we break down below that support level of 20,709. If we break down below that, I'd be more likely to short. If you want to buy right now, anticipating that we might be able to go back up to 23,000, then you'd be buying right now and having a stop loss of about, let's just call it around 3%, a little bit less than the yellow line there, around 3%. That's the opportunity that you have right now. I'm sitting on my hands. Again, I already have shorts that I opened up a few days ago. A few days ago, like, when we were testing out that resistance, like that, the 2 days after that, when we started breaking down to that pattern, not the actual resistance, like the tall one. But yeah, it's up to you what you want to do. I'm sitting on my hands here, but if you want to take that chance, go for it. Just figure out what the risk level is for you in order to, like, how much money you want to put in it. But yeah, it's still worth a shot. We came down here a while ago, and what did we do? We bounced up above. Maybe we have another opportunity to bounce up. Otherwise, what you might be looking at is just more of like hey, maybe we can break out here. That's a breakdown. Maybe we can see if we can, break out of this and give it some time and, see which way it goes. So we can actually leave that right there for now. You'll know probably by tomorrow. So maybe if we break out above this, maybe you can do a short-term play, maybe for like 24 to 36 hours. I would even probably say 24 to 30 hours. I don't even want to get that long. But yeah, you can make a small play and see how it works out. I'm more pessimistic, of course, but there's an opportunity there if you want to take it. You could always move up the stop loss as well once it breaks out, or if it does break out, excuse me. Let's see. And hey, Ken, where do I see Voyager token? Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know if they even survived the bankruptcy. To me, Ken, I would say Voyager token's most likely going to be a YOLO play here. I would be willing to buy up some more. I would like to see it crash, honestly, like a pretty hefty crash. Over the past few weeks, it really had a nasty crash and it got boomed up out of nowhere. I want to see it really come down hard. Hopefully, if Bitcoin goes back to 17,000, I'll do an initial buy-in of like $100. And then if Bitcoin goes to 14,000, 10,000, whatever that next crash level is, maybe I'll toss in another $100. But I probably won't be spending more than 150 to 200 bucks on that type of play. I'm going to hope that it can get back up to like $1.50, $2. I'm not going to try to be too aggressive here, but I want to see if we can get back up to those levels over the next few years. If Voyager finds a way to go back to normal, pretend like nothing ever happened, get new people to join their exchange, you may see it go up even higher than that. But to me, in order for them to do that, I believe they would have to change their name altogether, which I think they can do, frankly. But, it's going to be a tough act to... It's going to be a tough thing to do. But yeah, let's just hope for $2 over the next few years. Maybe $3 if you're lucky. But it all depends on how this bankruptcy stuff goes. I'd be willing to put $200 into it, though. I'm not willing, I'm actually willing to try it out. There are a lot of coins out there where I'm like, this is automatically a loser. Voyager token, I'd be willing to gamble on it, even though they're going through bankruptcy right now. Gamble. Notice I said gamble. Gamble. Let's see. And hey, Pepper, what do I mean? I got a lot of do stuff for my birthday. Oh, so normally for my birthday month, I usually hang out a lot with friends and family, and I kind of go all over the place. I don't talk to my grandparents anymore. They kind of annoyed me out of hanging out with them or even talking with them, frankly. So I might have a little more free time than normal. But like normally, you guys know I have the money in my family, so to speak, and I'm single. So what I normally do is like me and my sister and my mom, we're gonna go out a lot next month, have a lot of fun, go out and eat in Seattle, get some fresh sushi. You know, because I don't like to. I'll go out with a lot more friends, catching up with them. At this point, because I've been so busy with trading and YouTube and helping my mom out. My sister got a driver's license, yay! Doing all that type of stuff. I haven't hung out with a couple of friends in like a couple of months, about a month actually, not too long. But I'm gonna start hanging, like saying, hey guys, I haven't seen you for a minute. Let's hang out, right? So just a lot of social stuff, I might be going to Philly next month too. I haven't decided if I'm going to buy the ticket or not. It might be too early for my friend. He's working his butt off so he can buy the company from his mother. We're going hunting together. So I might even go over to see him in November to hunt, and he may follow me back to hunt back over here. I'm just getting ready for a pretty packed winter here. House of Dragons, thank you. And hey, Michael, ring ads? What are ring ads? Ring ads? Oh, yeah. Ring ads. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Ring ads. Yeah. What do you call it? I like these rings, don't get me wrong, but it happens too fast. Whoa, $36 back with my purchase? Wow, redeemable. That's kind of cool. Maybe I should just buy it there. For some reason, I feel like it's just easier to buy online, and it's cheaper to always buy online. I really worry about the future of box stores when I see stuff like that. I'm like, if I see that now, and I'm like, man, all I got to do is go into the store or order a ring sizing kit. Once I know my ring size, I can go buy it. I can buy it online. And if I have any problems, I just walk into the store and be like, hey, but I'm also like saving money with it. Because remember, anything I buy in Washington State, we have a 10% sales tax. So when I bought that TV, I had to pay like $300 in taxes. It was absolutely horrible. I was traumatized. But, if I were to go down to Oregon and buy it, there is no taxes for it. So I would be saving that $300. Now, I bought it here because obviously I just wanted the TV. But still, if I could save some money on taxes by getting some free little rebates and stuff, who cares? I'll take it. Even if it means I get to purchase, use it as a rebate for something later on, I'd still take it. Let's see. And buy it for, there you go. Oh, House of Dragons. Guys, it was a good one. It was a good one. And hey, Jim Bob, is XLM a stablecoin? No, XLM is not a stablecoin. XLM right here, current price is at 10 cents. It's not a stablecoin. At least not. I don't think it's ever been a stablecoin. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a stablecoin. I'm a stablecoin. Everybody's saying it now. Okay, confused me for a second there. Let's see. What do you mean you don't get along with my grandparents? Oh, my grandparents are the super controlling type where you have to fit their model in order to like have a good life. I figured out I can have a good life doing whatever I want. So they don't like that, but I do like that. So I've decided I'm going to do that. But yeah, I mean, no, actually, I haven't talked to my grandparents in I think 5 months now or something like that. 5 months? Yeah. I see them every now and again. But I don't talk to them. I'm going to have my first solo Christmas. Maybe I should go on a cruise. Oh no, I got Loki. Me and Loki are going to have our own Christmas this year. It's going to be fun. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a stream here. Oh, and Thanksgiving? No, not Thanksgiving. Me and Loki. Let's see. See it here. And hey, Fitz, happy to see you back, man. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for turning me on to Primal. Great show. Oh, that's on HBO Max. Primal's a great show. If you guys haven't seen it, you like it. You're going to like it a lot, guys. Primal's great. It's something you just sit down to at the end of the day, turn off the lights, and just turn on the show, and you feel primal. It's good. And hey, guys, I got my APE today, 1K shares. Only thing is, my average cost didn't change for AMC. It's still 26, and my APE cost is 0. Hopefully, this can somehow get that squeeze we've all been promised. I mean, you might be able to get it that way. I think right now, you're going to see that, AMC is more in a load-up zone right now. I believe, give it like a week of time to kind of cool off a little bit. Then you might have another run coming up pretty soon. What really hurt it today, kind of looking at the chart a while ago and looking at what the Nasdaq here, the halt, it's going to be the halt here. If it wasn't getting halted, you would have been like the whole market would have been much better off there. They don't want it to turn into something really crazy memey, you know, like a meme rally, because what happened the last time, like everything really went truly parabolic a couple years ago, we had Robinhood freaking out. We had TD Ameritrade having some problems as well. We had a lot of exchanges out there from the stock perspective, just not in their, like, not passing the stress test, They don't want to see that happen again, especially in a bear market. So they're putting the fingers on the scale just a little bit here. And, you know, enough halts, people really start to freak out there. Like if we were to go over here and look at AMC very fast, well, the drawings. AMC. This is the daily chart here, guys. I mean, that just freaking fell off of a cliff here. But you can see we're at the support level. We're close to support. But let's go over here to the 5-minute chart. Let's kind of check this out. We're in our first gap like 10 minutes into the trading day. Another gap right after that. Let's see. Open back up here, crashed. Fine. Gap, halt here. Fine. Halt here. Fine. So you just had quite a bit of halts, but you can see, you know, the halt here, that killed that momentum. That could have shut up all the way to 15, 20 bucks there. The halt here, that could have shut up all the way back up to 20 bucks here. Like, you know, without the halts, you have some pretty great moves there, but the fact that they are halting it, which is their right? They don't want to have too much volatility going on. It just makes it so much harder for AMC to go above and beyond here and start to have those really parabolic moves. You're going to have to wait for it to go up quite a bit, but not to the extremes. You're going to have to see it go up, maybe a slight halt, but continue to go up, kind of a grind. Like you saw a few weeks ago when it first started to do that rally. Here, let me see. Let me go to maybe the 1 hour chart here. What's the best way to do this? Let's just go over here. And that was from 14 to 25. Yeah, let's see how that works out. If it'll let me go that far, 25. See when this started? It was only going up like 7% a day. No halts pop up. No halts grinding. Dip. Right, that was after hours, so you're not going to see a halt during after hours. But grinding, no halts, working fine. Maybe it might even had a halt in there, but you see what happened? It was grinding. Now they're much more observant of what's happening, and they're going to try to stop it here. Oops, there you go. So, you know, plus there's probably a lot more volume going on today than there was over the past few days too. Let's see. Let's kind of put this into context. Couple of days of volume up here. Let's see, right there. No, about the same volume as that big day here. Over here, then when it was calming down, a lot less volume. But yeah, I'd still be watching. I'm not trading it, as you guys know, but I would still be watching it if you wanted to have some fun with it. Let's see. Hey, Brandon. Yeah, you're not going to get all of your money back from Voyager. I'll tell you that right now. You're not. I don't even, the Celsius, same with the Celsius. You're not going to get all of your money back. I don't know what percentage you're going to be getting back, but it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. See. And hey, Pepin, what am I hunting? Depends on where I'm at. If I go over to Philadelphia, I am probably going to be hunting duck, turkey, birds in general out there, because they have much smaller deer from what I understand. Over here, deer, elk, if I can get a bear, sure. If I can get a cougar, sure, but you know, I got the tags for it, but I'm not going to get one. Turkey out here, I'm buying a shotgun in a few days. Yeah, that's about it for hunting. I'm getting my shellfish license, my Dungeness crab license, my 2-pole endorsement, fishing, saltwater, freshwater license coming up here pretty soon. So, you know, I'm getting the whole shebang bang. Should be fun, though. Let's see. You're saying they don't need to be in my sandbox? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I'm a guy that's pretty stubborn in my ways. Like I'm an ultimatumist. Usually I'll be like, hey, is it worth it for me to fight? No. Do I like feel passionate about this? No. So I'm like, let me just no. I'm just no, not gonna do it. No. I'm a pretty straightforward guy. Really straightforward guy actually. I don't really I don't know. Like I'm one of those guys. I have one life. Let me have my life and let me do it with it as I will. And maybe a horrible life, or maybe a sad life, or maybe a fun life, maybe a joyous life, maybe, you know, somewhere anywhere on that along that crazy spectrum we know as life. But guess what? It's mine. So far, I think I've been doing pretty well. As long as I keep having a good life, I think I'm in the right direction here. Because there's no two lives are alike, right? Getting all the symbolic or whatever it is. Majestic? I don't know. But you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm me. And I am very weird. I am very happy. I am comfortable. I am, you know, I do my own fun stuff. But I'm a guy who likes to do my own thing in a very nice pattern. Like my life is in a very nice set pattern. Where I do certain things at certain times. I do this, that. You know, and if something blows it up, sure. But you know, I'm happy with it. What are you doing? Yeah, he's licking my leg. I put lotion on earlier. Some cocoa butter. Let's see. And hey, Joe Bob, you up a little bit on Excellent. There you go. Make sure to take those profits whenever you feel like you need to, but good job on that one. Ethereum 4D major cup and handle plus retesting RSI breakout. Starting to get very interested. Oh, there you go. I mean, it sounds like it'd be kind of fun. Just tie that up with Bitcoin also trying to break out above that moving average here. Let's go to 4 hours. Which one are we talking about? 2 hour. 2 hour 50 here. Or at least this breakout right here. I think that kind of ties up to this breakout that we were just talking about right there. From here to here, it's that line. But yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to see how it plays out. Just have a stop loss, but you're seeing Bitcoin try to make a run right now. You're seeing it attempt to make one. Right here, very fast. And Michael, you'll be glad to get something back from Voyager. I think we all will. I mean, I'm only owed like I got like $500 set up in STMX, but I don't even know what it's actually worth now. I don't even know. It might be even worth less than it was then. What's it here? And our Lake says, is anybody else having a problem with Coinbase? I haven't had any problems with them, but I haven't used them in a few days. So if any of you guys are having problems, let him know. Might just be a network thing, or usually you can actually check out online. What do you Loki's clawing on my back over here. Here. I think he wants a treat. Probably something. Yeah, there you go. Oh, here we go. Yeah, well, Brad. Yeah. There we go. All right. Now I won't start climbing on my back. Now you can just kind of see him do that. Yeah. There you go. I have some avocado oil in my hair. I think he likes the taste of it. 1, 2. You should good boy. You should good boy. You should good boy. I know you're good boy. Yeah, you're good boy. You're good boy. I'm smacking your nose. Yeah. Don't try to bite my hand. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. Oh, now he wants nose rubs. All right. Okay, buddy. Let me see. And Coinbase Web App Mobile works about 2 hours now. There you go. That should be help you out right there. Let me go over here very fast. So you guys can see what I'm talking about right here. There we go. So you can always go right here to this website, Coinbase status. Let me zoom in right here. Here, let me do something very fast. How do I do this? There we go. Okay. And let me just move my head out of the way. All right. I'll just look at this one screen here. So update, we are continuing to work on the fish. We are continuing to work on a fix for this issue. Ideal is temporarily unavailable. We are working to restore this as soon as possible. International UDSC trading identified. We plan to relist our UDSC for euro pair, UDSC pound, and UDSC UDST order books in the coming weeks. Ooh. Investigating. Okay. International users advanced trade. Okay. So they have a problem. That's fine. BSV withdrawals temporarily unavailable. Oh. While we investigate difficulties in transaction processing, our teams are working on a fix. That's not good. I'd be selling that stuff out pretty fast. I don't know if Bitcoin is actually, BSV has actually had any problems though. So should we go down? There we go, down to here. So Coinbase website seems to be operational now. I don't know if this hasn't been updated and it's been happening for 2 hours, like you say, that could actually be a problem here. Coinbase advanced trade degraded performance. Payment methods, everything else still seems to be operational. Ideal is under maintenance. That's having a problem. They're just saying under maintenance. Let's see, anything else here? And this is from 2020. Yeah, excuse me, August 20th. So, yeah, they're definitely having some problems here. You know, give it some time. Coinbase usually doesn't have problems for too long, as I expect. But you know, just be careful. I haven't heard of them having any problems for a while here. I mean, like big problems. Let me see. Deposits on Polkadot, Coinbase Pay Air and Wallet Mobile, schedule maintenance. Filecoin. Yeah, see, there hasn't been like big outages in a while, so you know, I don't think it's going to hurt the market too much here. Let's see. That's super Elvis. Yeah, Loki's a nice dog. He's playful, energetic. I just bought him a new toy today. I don't know what I got him. Oh, one of those things where it's like an outdoor pool thing where it's like a flat little section in the middle, like a circle. Then it has like a ring on the outside, and the ring fills up with water, and it pours the water like this into it. He was having fun with it. I spoil that dog. I spend more on that dog sometimes than I do on myself for the month. Let's see. And hey, no tacos, no life. Thank you guys. Please smash the like button. I always appreciate it. Let's see. See. And hey, Ghost, happy to see you back. Let me know if you have any questions, Ghost. Coinbase Pro and Advanced are trade both not working. Only mobile is working. Oh, okay, that makes sense. See, I wonder. That's pretty interesting there. Let's hope they get it fixed up really fast. And don't forget that mobile works. So if you're having any problems with the website, go on the app. If you feel like you need to transfer money out of it, or move money in, or buy something, or sell something, and it looks like you're going to be able to do it on the app, which is just fine. Just might have some difficulties if you're trying to do it on a website or desktop. Let's see. Oh, and Michael says XLM is a great on-ramp to get money to exchanges. There's no fee. That's always a plus right there. Nobody ever likes to pay fees. Normally, Coinbase was supposed to get some regulation stuff with the SEC. No more news. I think it's proceeding very slowly, but I still think it's happening. The SEC is kind of going all over the place right now, but they still have that lawsuit with Coinbase. I mean, they're still going after those insider trade stuff. That's still going. It's just not as the media is not as vocal about it. Also, when they're doing an ongoing investigation, it's the policy of the United States, a lot of the institutions out here, to not talk about it until after the actual trial has been concluded. They may do certain little press conferences every now and again, kind of like we just had that big thing with Merrick Garland, like not just keeping his mouth shut, just kind of like talking out of nowhere. We might do it arbitrarily, I guess, but you gotta. It's still going. It's still ongoing. Just because the media is not talking about it doesn't mean it's not actually, there's not something going on in the background. I guess that's an easy way to say it. The American media only really fixates on a few different things these days because ratings, they need ratings. Trump was a ratings magnet. I don't care if you like or hate Trump. He made you want to watch him, right? And so a lot of people watch CNN, Fox News, MSNBC a lot. And now that Trump is out of office, they had to find a way to get more ratings. They try to talk more about Biden, nobody watched. They try to talk about other stuff, nobody watched. So they kind of went back to this Trump model. And so now all of a sudden you see on the TV these days is Trump, some small stuff about the economy, maybe some fun stuff every now and again. But you really don't. I think I watched the news today. It was all about Trump. He's not even the president, right? So you're not going to see the Coinbase news out there, at least from American media, because it doesn't drive ratings. Ratings are the big kahuna for a lot of what goes on here in America. And pretty soon, what is like 2 more weeks, the official start of maybe 1 or 2 weeks, the official start of football season. I'm going to be watching that over the news. I'm going to be watching Mariners, over the news. I'm going to be playing video games over the news. I'm going to be streaming over the news. I'm going to be, watching movies and the Game of Thrones over the news. I'm going to be paying attention to this election cycle, but I mean, there's not really an incentive for people out there to watch the news that much these days, unless the news is trying to scare them half to death about whether Trump being bad or Democrats being bad or everybody's being bad or whatever, So SEC investigating Coinbase, not even close to the top of the list of what people care about. Not even CNBC. CNBC has been talking more about just kind of fluff news over the past few days, which has been kind of boring. Let's see. And hey, goes, oh, we were just talking about that. Yeah. So as far as APE and AMC, yeah. So as far as I say, what I think about gambling and all that type of stuff as far as these coins are concerned, AMC did have a really nice day, like as far as like giving you a buying opportunity. So like I thought it had a major crash. From what I see, guys, I would do one of two things. Getting a little bit more like, hey, how would I approach these trades? The first and simplest one for the majority of you guys is I would just buy and hold. And only the amount of money you're willing to lose. What I normally suggest is whatever you normally spend at the casino, that's like for one night, that's what I'd be putting on that one AMC. So if you go to the casino, like I go to the casino, I'd be like maybe once every 3 months or something like that, just for the fun of it. It's probably like 6 months since I've been in the casino, but I normally try to go once every 3 months. And I may spend like $500 there in one night, and that may be $300 of gambling. $100 on food and drinks, because drinks, everything are crazy overpriced, and another $100 I usually just keep in my pocket for like a specific game. Usually my favorite game is Meltdown at the Emerald Queen Casino, but I'm usually spending about $500. So I would allocate about $500 into AMC or APE, or the combined, $500 into both of those plays, and then see where it goes. So you just buy and you just hold, and all you do is simply wait for a while. The price of AMC may go all the way down to $4, $5, $2, whatever. You're just gonna be holding because you understand that's it's a complete gamble play here. Okay. Now, that's the easiest way to do that. The second way is to do the same thing, like take the amount of money you would take out a single day at the casino. Or more if you want to. It's up to you guys. But I would buy options. Now, I don't know if APE actually has options already going on the market. I don't know. But I know AMC has options. So what I would do is buy some long-term calls for AMC way out of the money to the point where you can afford a decent amount of them for being very, very cheap. But way, way out of the money. I don't know what that price would be. Probably around $50, $80. I mean, like really far out of the money. And you would want to buy them with an expiration date, if they're not too inflated, a year from now. And just let them sit. Let them degrade in value. It's fine, but just let them sit. If you're lucky, you'll be able to find them for a penny, but I don't know. Something I can do for you very fast here is Whale Stream. Oh, it zoomed in a little too much here. Oh, you guys will be fine with this. I'm just gonna type in APE very fast. No, APE flow. Okay, I just wanted to see if it was actually there. I'm gonna go over here to AMC as far as option flow data is concerned. Is there no AMC data today? That's impossible. Reset all. AMC. No recent order flow? Really? AMC? Yeah. What? There's no AMC option flow data? Huh. Hold on a second. GME? GameStop puts going like hotcakes right now. I don't know what's going on with AMC flow. I'll have to check that out a little bit later. But yeah, long-term calls, like a year out, and that's what I'd be looking for. I think they will squeeze eventually. They have to. There's too much interest in those types of coins. Hey Justin, hey, if you want to sign up for Fibonacci, I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, you get some startup money if you use my code, if you kind of deposit some money, and then you have the opportunity if you kind of like trade. They give you a whole bunch of rebates, and it actually ends up being very good. Oh, sorry guys, I totally forgot my picture wasn't on there. There you go. But yeah, so basically, just like my other sponsor BitGet from last quarter here, when you guys sign up for any of the exchanges I have on my my YouTube channel, my website that I'm still building out here, or my other YouTube channels, you get money for signing up. Some of you are going to give you like deposits at the beginning, like, hey, here's like 10 to 50 bucks to trade with on us, just to get you kind of liking their platform even more. If you deposit like $100, they'll give you like $100 just for putting money into the account. If you start trading, like if you have a trading volume of over $1,000, they'll give you $500, and usually it's some type of stable coin. They're not going to give you cash. But yeah, so you can earn a lot of money. Two of you guys have signed up for, actually more than two of you guys, but two of you guys that I know of have signed up for Fibonacci so far. One of the people so far got $1,000 in rebates. The other person got I think it was like 500 or like $600 in rebates, plus like the initial $100 or something like that. So, you know, if you go to their page, they'll tell you how to earn money, but most of it comes from you trading and actually using the platform. So if you want to do 1x leverage and just trade, you can get money back like that. Or if you want to go more like higher leverage, you can get more rebates faster. But as long as you're trading, they're pretty good about giving you money over time. And then you should see on your page like the rebates that you get. So like, let me see if I can show you right here. I'll show it to you on my BitGet account to be precise. Hold on a second here, guys. And maybe I'll show it to you on Fibonacci too. So let me see if I can do this for you very fast. Assets, financial record. All right, so I mean, you guys can barely see this, can you? See these little things I get from BitGet? I get the same thing from Fibonacci, but you see those little rebate rewards? It might not be a lot of money, but it adds up a little bit every day, a little bit over here. Oh, actually, this is 21st, 21st. So it kind of adds up 22nd, 22nd, 22nd. So it's like little rebates you get from trading. Bro, you are just in love right now. Yeah, I know you are. There you go. But yeah, they add up quite a bit. But if you want to figure out like what are the prerequisites you need in order to get these types of things, hold on. Loki's over here trying to snuggle in between my arm and where my mouse is. Let me see if I can find it over on Fibonacci here, because each exchange has their own ways of doing it. Let's see. Will it allow me to? Sorry, I'm trying not to take up my whole screen over here doing this. So like here's part of it over here for Fibonacci. So like social media bonus, deposit bonus, advanced bonus. So it keeps on adding up over and over and over again. So a lot of bonuses there. And Justin, let's say you have a friend. If you get a friend to sign up there, you also get a pretty hefty bonus as well. They do really good bonuses if you get your friends to sign up for that exchange. So, you know, it's good. But they're both very, very good. If you guys want to do that, go for it. But it depends on how much you guys trade and how much you guys deposit in there, and what the trading volume is. Depends on like how much you guys are going to be making there. And thanks, Ghost. I appreciate it very much. Those bots are getting on my nerves these days. See right here. See. See. And hey, Ghost, no option showing on Robinhood either with AMC. Here, let me do one thing here very fast, and then I'm gonna look on TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade usually has everything I know. And if I type in AMC, it should have options chain next to it. Options chain. There are options, but I guess they're just on TD Ameritrade. So if I were you, Ghost, and I'm looking at stuff down the road. Oh, yes, yeah, now it's APE, I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, people did my plan for 16th of December 2022 calls. That's that's pretty far out there. I might say 19th of January 2024 calls. That's kind of extreme. Maybe I guess the furthest I can go, March 17th 2023 calls. The current price is between $17 and $18. Oh no, it's currently at $10 after hours, so it'll get pretty crazy here pretty soon. But if the highest option I can get right now is at $41 strike price. If you can get anywhere between 35 and 40, for under $1, since tomorrow the price is going to crash. Like for instance, a $35 strike price has a bid. This is expiring next March, so a while away. It currently has a bid of a $1.50. Excuse me, $1.25. Well, tomorrow, the options are going to reflect the fact that AMC dropped about 50% after hours. So you should see that option drop a lot more than 50%. So that's what you're going to be hoping for there. And long-term trade, let's just hope for March. It's not a year, but it's close. It's close to going to get. That's something. I'll do a YOLO trade with you guys on that one. I'll do one. I'll see what I can find for the cheapest price. But March, I'm hoping for a squeeze above $30, $35 by March. That's the YOLO here. That's the more aggressive trade with higher risk. If you guys would want to do AMC with lower risk, just buy shares and just wait. And understand that you could lose all the money, but it's a gamble. It's fun. That's what you guys are going to be hoping for here. Let's see. And hey, Michael, KYC is optional, I believe. KYC is optional, but yes. So here. Do I want Jimmy G? No, I don't really care for Jimmy G, but I probably better than anything else we got here. Thoughts on BitTorrent? I own BitTorrent. I'm holding it because I know it'll make me money, but I don't like the changes they made as far as offering new coins up there. I don't like it at all, so I'm not really buying anymore. I think it's fine, but there's no excitement in my voice when I talk about it anymore. They really messed it up by doing those weird offering things. It sucks. Yeah. Okay. But okay, everybody, I got to call it a night. My stomach is actually hurting pretty bad right now, so I'm going to take a break and go use the bathroom or something. I don't know what the heck I just ate, but it did not. My stomach did not like it that much. Good 2-hour stream here today. I'm sorry if I missed any of you guys' questions. I will answer them next time, I promise. But my stomach is really killing me all of a sudden. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Have a great rest of your night. And tomorrow I'm going to be streaming, I think, from